So people love to use Groupon with friends. People love to go out and go to restaurants. People love to go to the theater, even go skydiving. And what we found is that increasingly people are actually using Groupon to go on dates. And we started thinking about it and realized that eventually, if it hasn't happened already, people would start going out and using Groupons and dates, get to know each other better, eventually have intercourse, and maybe even have a child. And while parents undoubtedly feel like they own that child, we also have a strong sense of responsibility and ownership for each one of these Groupon babies. After all, they only exist because of us. So what we decided to do, that kind of led to this product that we're launching today. It's part product and part social initiative. Do you have it up here, Esteban? Okay. So what we're launching today is called Grouspawn. So I'll first start by talking about the social initiative. What Grouspawn is it's a scholarship that we're giving to up to 2 babies every year whose parents met on their first date using a Groupon. It's a pretty simple process. There's an application form that you fill out. We do some checking. And if it works out, then we will, as soon as your Groupon baby is born, we take $60,000 and we put it in a trust fund. By the time your child is 25 years old, that'll be enough to give them 4 years of college education. That's the basic idea of what we're doing. Now, Groupon's only been around for 2 years or so, just under 2 years. And we've only really been growing strongly for the last year. And there's not a lot of Groupon babies out there yet. So in order to catalyze the process and create more Groupon babies that could win this money, we created a dating service. It's called the Groupon Dating Assistant. Here it is. It's built in at Grouspawn.com if you go and visit. There's a lot of companies here today that are disrupting their industries, and that's really what we're trying to do, but with something much older. I mean, people have been having babies now for hundreds, thousands of years and going on dates. And the problem with the process has always been that there's no incentive to find a partner and then have a child. So for the first time, we are creating a real reason. We're giving you away because you can make all this money from the process. So we've tried to make it super simple, and Sunil will give us a quick demo of the process right now. So here we are on Grouspawn. I've already created my profile. The profile is really quite simple. If we go over there. It takes less than a minute to set up. You just load in a picture and a little bit of details about yourself. Once you have your profile, is it loading? Slow? Can everybody turn off your computers?
Why do you have a picture of your parents from the 70s?
My parents? Those are 2 people that are getting to know each other so that they could have a Groupon baby.
Okay.
We can skip the demo if the internet's really slow. It's basically a dating service. There's some search features. It's real easy to load in your profile and find other people in your city of the appropriate gender. The real question is, once you've found a partner and you're ready to go out on a date, how do we get the money in your account? So we need to do some checking to make sure that indeed you did use a Groupon on your first date. And we've made that process remarkably simple. All you need to do is take a picture of yourself with your partner on your first date. Your waiter can do it, for example, with that day's newspaper and the Groupon in the photograph. And I think we have an example of that if you go back to just show everybody how it works. So that's Grouspawn. It's a social initiative and a new dating service that we're launching that we think is going to revolutionize the dating industry. And just to kind of drive that home, I'll leave you with this one thought to take away. For those of you who are single, next time you go on a date, why would you not use a Groupon? It could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. So Grouspawn is live right now. I hope you all check it out. Thanks.
Okay, terrific. Well, once you have a seat, we have a few minutes to talk, we have about 5 minutes. So is this just basically a another way to buy Groupons?
Well, it's just us trying to build another feature to enable and ease the processes that we see people are already buying Groupons.
So are the dates, the starting point is a Groupon, and then you're connecting people who have bought those Groupons, or you're connecting people who want to buy
We're
them?
connecting Groupon customers who want to send their kid to school for free.
Yeah, I get that part.
Right.
I'm just trying to understand, how are you going to go up against like Match.com?
Well, the problem with Match.com is, and all traditional dating services, is that there's no real reason, especially in this day and age with video games and whatnot, to go out and find a partner. But Groupon gives you a real incentive with the money at the end of the tunnel.
It's funny you say that about video games, because one of the companies that launched yesterday or 2 days ago is called Game Crush, and it lets you play video games with women. So you sort of best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Groupon, you guys have been going through some of your own growing pains recently, right? A lot of this is due to just sort of, people trying to figure out.
You're kind of a turd in the punch bowl here, aren't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
So tell me a little bit about how you've been dealing with some of the growing pains and how you've been dealing with sort of communicating, just how the service works. Because a lot of merchants, right? They have these Groupon deals, and then sometimes they can't deal with the demand, which is a good problem to have. But so what do you do to kind of warn them ahead of time?
Right. So for the most part, Groupon merchants have an amazing experience.
Did you just call me a turd, by the way?
Yeah, I did. Metaphorically. So for the most part, Groupon merchants have a great experience. They get through the process just fine. It's interesting in that it's the first form of advertising that merchants have ever encountered where you have this problem of you can have too much. It's like when they first invented super concentrated detergent and you end up, screwing up your clothes. So the way that we've responded is some merchants have always done really well with it. Some need some help, and we're just doing better to prepare the merchants and make sure every time we've heard a merchant that has a bad experience, it's usually if we had told them, if we had helped them prep their staff better, for example, if we had let them know done a better job at letting them know how many customers they should expect, then it could have alleviated a lot of the worst parts of it. So we're starting to do webinars on a regular basis, starting very soon, in order that merchants can be part of.
Just better education, basically.
Better education is a big part of it.
So there seems to be two big trends in social commerce. I'll call it social commerce, right? One is sort of this group buying where you aggregate demand and you get these great deals. Another one that people are trying to figure out is sort of location-based deals, sort of how do you tie promotions and rewards and coupons with, say, like a Foursquare check-in, right? Is there any way to combine these two models together, whether it's, you buy a Groupon and then if you check in with some sort of service, you get additional loyalty, incentives or additional discounts, or maybe on a second visit to so that you incentivize people to come back, or I'm sure you've thought about this. Like, how would you combine those two models?
We have thought about it. I mean, we're kind of very much focused on doing what we do now very well, and I'm sure we'll see tons of innovative companies that come along and do something interesting combining the two.
So if I'm a developer, how can I do a mashup with Groupon to try and do that?
I don't know the kind of golden ticket in that space, but we have an API that makes it easy if anybody wants to give it a shot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys have grown. How much have you grown in the past year in terms of just number of Groupons or number of cities?
At the beginning of the year, we were in one country. We're now in 29 countries.
Mm-hmm.
We're closing in on 20 million subscribers pretty soon, getting the Groupon emails across the world. And at the beginning of the year, I think we had a couple million. We're up to 2,200 employees worldwide.
And what's the volume of of transactions, if you will, of deals. If you add it all up, like what's the transaction volume that's going through Groupon?
Why don't you just ask me how much money we're making and get to the punchline?
Well, don't you? Well, okay. How much money are you making?
No, we don't talk about that.
Okay, but going forward, is it just sort of geographic expansion, or is it you last time we talked, you talked about sort of the personalization, how you're personalizing deals for different consumers. Sort of, you give us a sense of beyond Groupon of where you're going.
We'll have some stuff, I think, to announce pretty soon, but nothing quite yet. Nothing new to announce, other than Grouspawn.
But you're really excited about this. Are you
Grouspawn?
Are you a user?
I just created my profile. Yeah, I would have shown you on the internet.
But you haven't created a baby yet.
I haven't created a baby. Yeah.
Okay.
I already have somebody that wants to create a baby with me. So.
Okay. Well, hopefully, did you meet on Groupon?
No.
Oh, so it's not eligible.
Not eligible.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot.
Don't make the same mistake I did. Go to grouspawn.com.
Thanks for showing.
Thank you.
Okay.